actually going to discuss again, or we are actually going to discuss expressions. Last meeting, I was able to show about expressions and equations. Okay, so we will talk about expressions and equations, and then I will show some examples or more
Good
examples.
morning, everybody.
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Are you all excited? How are you, Mom?
Fine, sir.
You doing okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I thought there is a problem with my audio earlier because
Okay, you're still waiting. Are you
yes,
still
sir.
waiting for them?
Yes, sir. We only have eight participants, sir.
Yeah. So, Mom, your sound is very low.
Yes, sir.
Inda,
That's why
can you hear?
I
Mom
can
Samira?
hear you,
No,
sir.
no, sir. Earlier, I talked to Miss Amira. She voice is very small.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
actually went out again. I logged out, then I go back again so that I will be able to know if there is something
Yeah.
wrong with my audio, sir. So I guess there is something wrong, sir.
What about Cynthia? Cynthia, can you hear Mom Samira really well?
Yes,
Yes.
I can hear, but it's not very clear.
Okay. Because you have a better equipment with the
Yes, sir.
headset.
I don't have yet my headset, sir.
Okay. Maybe we need to order one for you, Mom. The headset.
Yes, sir. Because I actually went logged out again and then I go back. So that I
Yeah,
will,
because your volume is low. I'm not sure that hopefully the kid can hear.
yes, sir.
All right. Now we have Shanesa, Reza, Audrey, Rehan. They always close the cam. Maybe they just try to fool a mom. Okay. Okay. Just keep asking them to open the cam. Okay. Shanesa is here. Okay. So guys, like I said again. Okay. Now open your cam. Okay. So that way you will learn better. Okay. So, Mom, what will be what will be discussed today?
We will continue with the expressions and equations, sir. Then I will have to give them more examples regarding what are the expressions, sir, so that they will know it, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now remember, okay, they are now in two groups. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Because we do not want the more advanced student keep, on holding because you you need to the other kid need to catch up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So with that in mind, okay, Reza, we do not know, and Rayhan, okay. Audrey, this is good that you open your cam, okay. Audrey nggak ada meja ya? Nggak ada meja, okay. All right, Mom, I let you do it, Mom. I have to take the phone
Sir, yes, sir.
call.
Okay, sir. Okay, say goodbye to Sir Han. Okay, so
Go
again,
ahead, Mom Samira.
okay, sir. So we will talk about expressions and equations, and then we will give some more examples, okay? So that you will be able to identify what are the expressions. Okay, so I was able to make a PowerPoint, but it's not yet done. But we will have to although it's not done, I will have to give you examples. Okay, look at this. I will have to share first the PowerPoint so that you will be talking about. Can you see the slide? Can you see the slide? You can see it, right? So it is all about expressions and equations. Expressions and equations. So expressions and equations, expressions and equations are different. An expression, they know, is a number, a variable, or a combination of number and variables. Some examples of expressions are, look at this. 7 can be an expression. This 7 is actually a number, right? Or 4x. 4x is actually a combination of a number and variables. What is the variable for the given expression 4x? What is the variable? The variable is the letter x. So when we talk about variables, we are talking about letters. Okay, we are talking about letters. So this is a combination of numbers and variables. And then look at this. 5a plus b. 5 is a number, a is a variable, and then we also have this operation which is the addition, and then another variable. And then actually if we talk about expressions, we also deal with different basic operations. What are the basic operations in math? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So you can look at it. So these are all the expressions. 7 4x 5a plus b 3 times 2 quantity 2m plus 1. So if I will have to ask you, okay, can we say that 100 is also an expression? Can we say that 100 is also an expression? What do you think? Do you think is 100 an expression? Do you think 100 is also can also be called as expression? Anyone? Do you think? Shitya, what do you think? Can we say 100 is also can also be called as expression? 100. What is 100? Is it a number, a variable, or a combination of numbers and variables? Is 100? Is it a number or a variable or a letter? A variable or a letter is just the same. How about honey? Honey. What is 100? Is it an expression or not an expression?
Can you repeat, please?
What is 100? What is 100? Can we say 100 is an expression?
I think, no.
No, 100 is not an expression. Okay, by the way, what is 100? Is it a letter or a number?
Number.
A number, yes. So look at the definition of expression. So according to the definition of expression, an expression is a number. Therefore, what do you think? Is 100 an expression or not an expression?
It's expressions.
So you must look at the definition of the of the expression so that you will know whether it is actually an expression or not an expression. So take note, number from 1 to 1 million or something like that. Even if we talk about negative numbers, it also is called as an expression. A variable is actually represented by a letter. A variable is actually represented by a letter. And then a combination of numbers and variables. For example, 4x, combination of numbers and variables, and also the basic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So look at this. These are all examples of variables. I also have these other examples here. Look at this. Can you see this? So this one. I actually have this one. An expression. These are all expression. If you look at it, an expression is a combination of a letter and the variable as well as the basic operation. So I wherein you can actually see, okay, you can actually see that all of those that such as this one, look at this. These are all examples of expressions, right? And then look at the equation. If you look at the equation, what is the difference between an expression and an equation? What is the difference between an expression and an equation? What is not in expression that is within or that is in equation? What is not in equation? An expression that you can see in equation. And what is in expression that you can see in an equation? For example, an expression is 4a plus 7b, while in an equation is 4a plus 12 is equals to 60. So what is not in expression that you can see in the equation? Anyone? Farrell, can you hear me, Farrell?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Can you at least tell me what is the difference or what can you see in the equation that you cannot see in the expression? What can you see in the equation that you cannot see in the expression? Who would like to answer? How about Farrell? Can you see the difference between the equation and the expression? No. How about Shitya? Shitya, what is the difference? What can you see in the equation that you cannot see in the expression? Try, just try. Okay, 4a plus 7b is the expression, while 4a plus 12 is equals to 60. So what is the difference? What is not in expression that you can see in the equation? Your mic is off. Okay, how about Tristan? Tristan, what can you see in the equation that you cannot see in the expression?
What, miss?
What can you see in the equation that you cannot see in the expression? An expression is 4a plus 7b, while an equation is 4a plus 12 is equals to 60. Ask. Look at the example here. How about Inda? How about Inda? Can you tell me the difference between the expression and the equation, Inda? By the way, do you still remember the definition of equation? Can you still remember or do you still remember the definition of equation? The last time that we talked about it? Do you still remember the lessons that you had last time, the overview for the expression and the equation? The difference among them? What is it? Who would like to answer? Anyone? Who would like to answer? Audrey. Audrey, would you like to answer, Audrey? Like to answer. Hello? Can you hear me? Shanessa. Shanessa, what is the difference between an expression and an equation? What can you see in the equation that you cannot see in the expression? Anyone? Reza or Rayhan? Do you know what I am talking about? Can you tell me the difference between expression and equation? What do you think about it, Tristan? I do not know whether you still remember the lessons that we had last time, but if you look at the expression and an equation, look at this. The difference is only the sign. Can you see an equal sign to the expression? Can you see an equal sign to the expression? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss, I can hear you.
Okay, Shitya, can you see an equal, thank you very much, Shitya. Can you see an equal sign in the expression? Is there an equal sign in the expression? What do you think? Is there an equal sign in the expression? By the way, do you know what is the equal sign? This is the equal sign, the two parallel lines. The two parallel horizontal lines. Look at this. This is what we call the equal sign. Can you see this one in the expression? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, very good, Ita. We cannot see the equal sign in the expression because the expression is only consists of a letter, a variable, and a combination of a letter and a variable as well as the basic operation of mathematics. And then it doesn't have an equal sign. While an equation, although they are almost the same because they have the same such as a number, a variable, and a combination of a number and variable as well as the basic operation. The only difference is that we can see that we have this equal sign to say or to tell that this 4/8 plus 12 is actually equal to 60. So this, the value of 4/8 plus 12 is actually equal to 60. That is the difference between an expression and is actually the difference between an expression and an equation. Okay, so we will go back to the PPT. So look at this. So these are all, again, these are all the expressions. We do not have any equal sign for the expression. Okay, then an expression actually they have different expressions. One is a linear expression. A linear expression is a sum of terms that are either rational numbers or a rational number times a variable. What do you mean by rational numbers? I have here the definition and an example of a rational numbers. But if you look at the definition, a number times a variable with an exponent of either 0 or 1. So an exponent of either 0 or 1. If an expression contains a variable, it is called an algebraic expression. But if it is actually a number only, it is called a numerical expression, right? So to evaluate an expression, each variable is replaced with a given value. So look at this. A linear expression can only have an exponent of either 0 or 1. If I will have to ask you, if you will see a x, which is a variable and it has an exponent of 0, what is the value of x raised to the power of 0, or with an exponent of 0? What is the value of x with exponent of 0? We already have last time. We already have that one last time. What is the value of x? Okay. What is the value of x with an exponent of 0? Can you tell me?
It's 1.
It's 1. Very good, Inda. How about an exponent with a variable with an exponent of 1? A variable with an exponent of 1. What is the value? For example, x raised to the power of 1. What is the value of x raised to the power of 1 or exponent of 1? It is what?
Is 3.
Okay, again, if an exponent, I mean, if a variable has an exponent of 1, such as x raised to the power of 1, what is
number.
Number. So what do you think is 7? Is it a numerical expression or an algebraic expression?
I think numerical.
Numerical. Very good in that. So a 7 is called a numerical expression because it doesn't have any variable. How about 4x? How about 4x? What do you think about 4x? Can we consider this as numerical expression or algebraic expression? Algebraic expression. Very good. So everything 4x, 5a plus b, and 3 times quantity 2m plus 1 are all algebraic expression. But if you look at it, 7, 4x, 5a plus b, and 3 times quantity 2m plus 1, they are all called expressions. Why they are called expressions? It's all because they do not have an equal sign, right? They do not have an equal sign. So again, expressions have there are so many different expressions. First is linear expression. So linear expression actually can make a graph of a straight line. Can make a graph of a line. Okay, it can make a straight line, a diagonal line, or a horizontal line. It is just a line. Okay. How about the rational numbers that I am telling you all of earlier? A rational number, by the way, is a number that can be expressed as the quotient or fraction. As the quotient or fraction, meaning there is this combination of two variable integers, which is actually a numerator and a denominator. So look at this. These are different examples of rational numbers. So as a number, we can say that 5 can also be called as a rational numbers. How? Because if you look at it, we all know that a whole number has an invisible denominator of 1, right? It has an invisible denominator of 1. So it can be called as a fraction also. That is why this is considered as rational. Again, a rational number is a number that can be expressed as the quotient or fraction. So fraction or rational is just the same. There is this numerator and denominator. Okay? 1.75, it is a number, it is a decimal number. But take note, if I am going to write it as a fraction, okay, 7/4 is equivalent to 1.75. Over 4 is actually equivalent to 1.75. Therefore, it is still considered as rational number. Same with 1,000, which is a whole number. 1,000 has an invisible denominator of 1. 0.001 is also a rational number. Okay? We can also write it as a fraction. Therefore, any number with which we can write as a fraction can be considered as rational numbers. But we cannot consider the square root of 2 as rational numbers. Okay? Because we cannot make it, okay? We cannot make it as a fraction. Listen carefully. So this is the meaning of rational number. Why do I need to include rational number in our lesson as such as the expression? Because you need to know first what are the rational numbers before we will be able to know what are the expressions. Because based on the definition of expressions, okay, such as the linear expression, it can either be a rational numbers or a rational number times a rational numbers can be easily identified with the help of the following characteristics. What are those following characteristics? The integers, okay, all integers such as the all numbers, may it be a negative number, okay, something like that. Whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, numbers, natural numbers, and fractions with integers are expressions. We will talk about equivalent expressions. What do we mean by equivalent expressions? Equivalent expressions are expressions for which a given value can be substituted for each variable and the value of the expressions are the same. Okay, so if you have an expression and then they will give us a value for the variable within the expression, then we can actually get the value of the expressions at the same time. So we can look at it. It is actually, have you ever seen a balance beam or a seesaw? Have you ever seen a seesaw? Do you know what is a seesaw? The one in the playground wherein two people will actually ride that one, and then they will have this balance. They will have to make a balance. When the other people on the other side is a little bit heavy, the lighter people or the people which is a lighter in weight will be going, while the heavier people will be going down. So the seesaw actually serves as the equal sign. Equal sign. Look at that. Look at this. Equivalent expressions are expressions in algebra that are equal in value, meaning, for example, 2 kids is equals to 2 boys is equals to 2 girls. So they are actually equal, but they are different in gender, right? They are different in gender, but if you look at it, they are equal because they have the same number and they are also the same as kids. So equivalent expressions will have the same value when we use the same values for the variables. An algebraic expression is two or more numbers and letters that are combined again with mathematical operations such as plus, minus, times, or divide. Okay? Such as times, minus, addition, or divide. To do this, we use properties of operations to create and identify equivalent algebraic expressions. When stating that two expressions are equivalent, we use the equivalent symbol. This is actually the equivalent symbol. It is actually composed of three parallel horizontal lines. 1, 2, 3. So they are actually the symbol of equivalent expression or equivalent. They are equivalent. So meaning they are balanced, they are equal to show that they are actually identical. That they are actually, maybe we are talking about, for example, Inda and Honey is equals to Teacher Samira in terms of weight. For example, Inda is only 40 kilos and Honey is actually about more or less 32 kilos. So if we equate Inda and Honey to Teacher Samira, they are just the same because Teacher Samira is actually 72 kilos. Is what meant by equivalency or equivalent expression. Okay? They are equivalent or they are the same or they are actually identical. Although we do not look alike, we are not the same height, but the weight that we had, if we combine Honey and Ina, okay, so this one, if you look at it, we still have this. I was not able to finish this one yet. I told you earlier. So we are talking about the basic operation, which is we will talk about the distributive property of this one, and we will talk about addition. So addition is commutative, which means changing the order of terms does not change the sum. So commutative means we can change the order. For example, 1 plus 2 and 2 plus 1 is just the same because they are the same sum, which is 3, right? They have the same sum, which is 3. For example, look at this. Let me edit first. For example, this one. 3x, okay, plus 7, 3x plus 7y is an equivalent expression of, look at this, 3x and 7y is an equivalent expression of 7y plus 3x. 7y plus 3x. Okay? So if you look at it, 3x plus 7y is the equivalent expression of 7y plus 3x. Okay? And next, another is, sorry about that one. That is why I told you I made a PowerPoint presentation, but I was not yet done with this one. Okay? So you might as well look at this. I was looking at this and then we have to look at this so that we will understand it more. Okay, this one. Can you see it? So this one, 3x plus 7y is an equivalent expression of 7y plus 3x. So we only change the order. First, we wrote 3x plus 7y. Then on the other side, we wrote 7y plus 3x. But if you look at it, they are just the same. They are just identical, or they are balanced, or they have the same value. So 3x plus 7y is the same as 7y plus 3x. Why? Because the coefficients, what is coefficient? Coefficient is a number before the variable. Coefficient is the number before the variable. The coefficients are the same, both positive 3x, and the coefficients of y are the same, both positive 7x. Okay? Look at it, they are just the same. So that this means that they are equivalent expressions. Another example, 3a minus 8 equals 2, 3a plus 8, quantity 8, negative 8b. The equivalent expression of negative 8b plus 3a. If you look at it, 8b has a sign of a negative, while 3a is a positive, and they note variable b has a coefficient of negative a on the left side, same with the right side, and then variable a has the coefficient of positive 3 as well as on the left side, with which a variable a also has the coefficient of number 3. So the negative sign belongs to the term after it. Subtracting a term is the same as adding a negative term. So negative 3a minus 8b is the same as 3a plus quantity negative 8b, because subtracting 8b is the same as adding negative 8b, and by the commutative property, 3a plus quantity negative 8b is the same as negative 8b plus 8. So again, they are equivalent expressions. And here comes multiplication. By the way, addition and subtraction are just the same. Okay, they are just the same. Well, multiplication, it has a distributive property, which allows us to break up the number into simpler parts and multiply each part separately. This can be used with variables as well. So example is 3 times quantity x plus 7 is equivalent expression of, or equivalent to 3x plus 21. Why? If I am going to distribute this one, 3 times x will become 3x. Copy the sign, then 3 times 7 will become 21, and they are just but equal. Right? They are just but equal. So equivalent expressions will tell us that they actually are the same from left to right. And you can Okay? You have to look at it. So expression again tells us that it can be a number, it can be a variable, it can be a combination of a number and a variable. So I will have to finish this one and then we will continue this one next meeting. Okay? Have to continue this one next meeting. I will have to stop sharing. And then I will have to give you a worksheet regarding algebraic expression. Oh, by the way, do you have questions?
I have a question.
Yes, okay. Is your question
What is cumulative?
commutative? It's commutative, right? Commutative from the addition. Commutative, when we talk about commutative, it is actually, it means that number from the left is just the same with the number from the right, wherein you can see that, by the way, where is it? I have to look at it first so that I will know that I am actually telling you. So that you will understand it more better. Commutative again is actually let us say I will have to give you an example. Is that okay with you, Mark? I will have to give you an example. When we talk about when we talk about commutative, for example, on the left side, I have here a number and a variable such as a plus b. Okay, I wrote a first, and then the second variable is actually a b. And then on the other side is that I have b, and then I have a. So if you look at it, the variables are just the same. The only difference is that the placement of each variable was actually moved. Okay, it was actually moved. For example, A is on the left side. A is written first, while on the other side, A has been written last. Can you get it? Can you understand?
I understand.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. So that is what is meant by commutative. Thank you very much, Mark. By the way, I actually am very proud of Mark because he kept on asking. Also makes me feel like I really need to actually study well, and then so that I will be able to give you what you need to know. Because if you do not ask, how do I know if you are actually learning, right? So I hope Mark is also learning. Do you think you are also learning from our class, Mark?
Yes.
Yes. So thank you very much for asking, okay? Because that is really very important for the students to actually ask if they do not understand some part of the lesson. Okay? Okay, so I will have to give you a worksheet wherein we will have to determine whether it is an expression or an equation. An expression or a equation. So by the way, Mark, I will have to repeat because you were not around earlier. The difference between an expression and an equation is that an expression, take note, is just a number, a variable, or a combination of a number and a variable, or even the basic operations in mathematics, such as the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay? And then, look at it, an equation can also have the same with the expression, but the only difference is that an equation has an equal sign. It has an equal sign. Okay? Okay, look at this. I think I will have to share this one to you. This one. I think I need to share this one. Okay, look at this. So we are going to determine whether each of the following is an expression or equation. First is 4s plus 9. 4s plus 9. What is 4s plus 9? Is it expression or equation? 4s plus 9. What is 4s plus 9? Is it expression or equation? One would like to ask, what is 4x plus 9? 4s plus 9.
Expression?
Expression. Why is it expression, Mark?
Because there's no equal sign.
There's no equal sign. Very good. How about this one? Negative 13 is equals to 2a. What is that? Is it an expression or an equation?
Equations.
Equation. Very good. It is equation because of that.
Because I see an equal symbol.
Because you can see an equal symbol. Very good. How about this one? 7 is equals to 12 minus 8v.
Equation.
Equation. Very good na. How about this one? 1 over 8 plus 1.
Expression.
Expression.
Expression. How about this one? Negative 3 times quantity 3mn.
Expression.
Expression. Very good. How about this one? B plus C is equals to negative 5.
Equation.
Equation.
Equation. So it's very easy, right? It's not difficult.
It is. It's learning expression and equation.
Yes, that is why this is actually our goal. For you to learn, for you to be able to identify. Take note, Mark. An expression can be a whole number, okay? It can be a whole number or a number. Okay? It can also be a variable or it can also be a combination of a number and a variable as well as in the basic operation. Look at this. You can see the expression and the equation, they all have the operation such as the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, and the division. Okay? What this one? Which of the following are expressions? So we are being asked, what are the following numbers which are what we call expression? Is it letter A, B, C? By the way, you can have as much as 3 numbers to identify as expression. What are those? What are those? Is S minus 3, what is that? Is S minus 3t an equation or an expression? Or I mean, is S minus 3t an expression? What do you think? S minus 3t, is it an expression or no? This one, S minus 3t. It is a combination of a variable and a number with the basic operation used. So what is S plus 3t? Is it an expression? Yes or no? One. Well, how about 12? S minus 3t. Is it an expression or not?
The number B.
The letter A.
Number what? 1, right?
Yes. Number 1, letter B, and from number 1, it is below it is letter A, B, and C, and D. So what is letter A here? S minus 3, an expression or not?
Expression is some kind of form without an equal.
Yeah. So what this must be? Is it an expression or not?
That there's no equals in this. There's only D has equal.
Yeah. So that means that it is an is
An
an
expression.
Yes, it is an expression. You only need to look at the equal sign. Again, B. How about B? Is it an expression or not?
Yes, it's expression.
Very good. It is an expression. Very good, Tinta. How about letter C? Is it an expression or not? Can you see an equal sign?
No.
No. So what this must be? Is it an expression or not?
Expression.
Expression. And how about the letter D?
That's not an expression. That's equation.
Very good. So always remember when you are being asked whether it is an expression or an equation, just look at the equal sign. As simple as that. Just look at the equal sign. Do not be bothered by any variable or a number or any operation that you can see. As long as there is no equal sign, then this must not be an equation, but rather this will be an expression. Okay? This will be an expression.
There's
Okay,
actually a next worksheet.
yeah, we have so many worksheets, but we will not, maybe we cannot be able to work with that one. How about this one? Which of the following are equations? A, B, C, and D. A is negative x plus 1 is equals to 7. Can we call this one as
It
equation?
is an equation.
Very good. B, 2r minus s. Is it an equation or not?
No.
No,
No.
Ex-
So it is an, what is this?
expression.
Expression. How about letter C? 8u3.
Expression.
Expression. And letter D, what is that?
Equation.
Equation. Very good. So you can actually see the difference, and you will be able to learn as long as you ask, as long as you listen, right? As long as you listen, and then you will ask things with which you think you did not understand. You will not have to say all over and over again that you are being confused, right? So it is actually very good, Mark, that you are starting to grasp the idea regarding these kinds of lesson, especially the mathematics. Okay, so again, I will have to review you. How about if I am going to talk about rational numbers? So we talked about rational numbers earlier, right? We talked about rational numbers. So how about rational numbers? If I am going to give you an example, then you only have to identify whether it is a rational number or not a rational number. Can you be able to give it to me? For example, we're talking about a number here. I will not have to include any algebraic expression here. Okay, so how about if I am going to say 1/2 or 1/2? Can we say that it is a rational number? Can we say that it is a rational number? 1/2 or 1/2. Is it a rational number or not?
Yes.
Yes. Why is it rational number in that?
Because it has over like 1/5, 1/10, like that.
Okay, so what does it mean when we can see that kind of number or the number in that kind of form? What is that? It is what we call a fraction, right? When you see a fraction which has a numerator and a denominator, this can be considered as a rational number, because a rational number and a fraction is almost just the same, right? It's almost just the same. They have a numerator and a denominator. Okay, how about if I say, okay, 1 million. 1 million, is it a rational number or not a rational number?
No.
No. Okay, what about if I say I have, always remember I told you before, if you can see a whole number, there's this whole number actually has an invisible denominator of 1. If I am going to divide 1 million to 1, if I'm going to divide 1 from 1 million, what will be your quotient? 1 million divided by 1. What is your answer? 1 million over 1 or 1 million divided by 1. What is your answer? million divided by 1. What is your answer?
It's 1,000,000 too.
Yes, 1 million also. Therefore, 1 million is also considered as a rational number. Okay? So in other words, a whole number can also be considered as a rational number because there is this what you so called an invisible denominator of 1. So this is also considered as rational number. How about if I'm to say okay, 0.666 or 0.667, something like that.
667?
Yes, 0.667.
What did you say?
It's a decimal number. Can we say that it is also a rational number? 0.667. Say that it is also considered as a rational number. You see, 667. Can we make 2.667 as a fraction? Can we convert it to a fraction? 0.667. You think? 0.667. As a function, I mean as a as a fraction. What do you think? Anyone? What do you think about that one?
I think yes.
0.667. Huh? Can we also call that one as a rational number?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. If I am going to make 0.667 as a rational number, I may have this value which is 2 over 3. 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is equivalent to 0.667 or 0.6666667. Something like that. So this is also called as a rational number. How about if I'm going to say, okay, negative 20. Negative 20. What is negative 20? Is negative 20 a rational number? What do you think? Negative 20. Negative 20 a rational number? Anyone? So we are talking about linear expression, right? In linear expression is a rational number. And linear expression is with a number with a variable with an exponent of 0 and 1 only, right? And a variable with a 0 exponent is equals to 1. A variable with a 1 exponent is equals to the set variable itself. So what is negative 10? Is it a rational expression or not? I mean, is it rational number or not a rational number? Negative 10. That negative 10 is also considered as a rational number. How do we do that? We do that as negative 10 over 1. So it is also called as a rational number. Okay? Okay, what else? What else? Do you still have some questions? What? You still have some questions regarding our lesson? That we are going to continue this one next so that you will be able to learn more from it. Okay. Any questions, guys? You have some questions? Are you excited with our lesson next week? Same lesson, but more examples, okay? What about expressions?
I want to learn a bit more detail for the rational number for
Yes.
next meeting.
Yes, I will have to do that. We will give you more examples so that you will be able to know the details regarding
Please detail for the rational number because I still don't understand.
yes. Okay. Earlier when we talk about rational numbers, I think you are still not around, I guess. So that is why you were not able to hear the discussion regarding the rational numbers. Okay, so it's already 8 p.m. Time is very fast. We are not really aware about the time because we are very much engrossed with our lesson. So again, thank you very much everyone for coming. See you again next meeting. Thank you very much everyone. Paalam. Bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you, teacher.
Bye bye, Miss Amira.
Bye, Miss Mira.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss Mira.
Mr. Honey.